Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. My name is Srinika, and I go to Global Indian International School, Whitefield in Bangalore, and I'm in ninth grade IGCSE. And today I'll be talking about gender equality. So, what do we understand by gender equality? Gender equality refers to the equal rights, opportunities, and treatment of individuals, regardless of their gender. It involves recognizing and addressing the diverse needs, interests, and priorities of all individuals, regardless of whether they identify as male, female, or non binary. Achieving gender equality is not just about promoting the rights of women. It encompasses creating a society where all individuals can enjoy the same rights and opportunities, free from discrimination and bias based on gender. So now I'll be talking about gender equality throughout history. In 2010, education had made significant progress in many parts of the world, but challenges and disparities still exist in certain regions. So basically, women and men in certain regions have a hard time getting equal rights in education. Same with political representation in 2010. It was a top global concern. And global initiatives such as campaigns and conferences were initiated to spread awareness and concerns about gender equality. In 2015, Sustainable Development Goals included gender equality to end the problem. And in 2015, the He for She campaign was created, so males support women. And in 2015, gender pay gap was a huge problem. In 2020, the impact of COVID-19 closed a lot of jobs. So during that time, both women and men decided to support each other, and that's when women empowerment started becoming a big thing. And in 2020, global gender pay gap slowly began to end. And in 2020, women's representation in leadership was continuing to grow. In 2025, we're going to increase our efforts in gender equality by achieving sustainable development goals, so basically gender equality, and closing the gender pay gap completely, as well as ending gender-based violence. So, did you guys know 16% of women earn less than men? The gender pay gap varies by country and occupation. According to the World Economic Forum's Global Gender Gap Report 2021, the global gender pay gap stands at approximately 16%, meaning that women earn about 84 cents for every dollar earned by men. The money might not seem that big of a deal, but why should women earn less and men earn more for the same work they're doing? Now I'll move on to some statistics. So, 1 out of 5 women remain underrepresented in leadership positions. According to a report by Catalyst as of 2020, women held only 29% of senior management roles globally. The representation of women in executive roles is even lower, and 1 out of 4 women often bear a disproportionate burden of unpaid care work. According to the International Labor Organization, women perform more than 3 quarters of unpaid care work globally, meaning that less than 1 quarters of women actually get paid. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Shrinika. So I request anybody, if anybody is having question in their mind, so yeah, our Shrinika is here to answer those questions. Yes, Agrish, you can ask. Yes, then we'll move on, Sachit. Unmute yourself, Agrish, and ask the question, Betty.
What is throughout inequality?
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
What is the throughout inequality?
So, like, are you asking, like,
According to me, he want to ask that what is the inequality basically, right, Agrish? You want to ask that?
What do you mean by
Yeah.
throughout inequality?
so inequality is basically like when someone is getting like more opportunities than another person. So in like the presentation I was talking about gender equality and inequality. So it's basically when females or males get less opportunities or more
That
opportunities
I
than.
know, that I know. But what is throughout inequality?
Agresh, we are not clear with the question, beta. You need to just specify your question. What is throughout in inequality means, this sentence means that what is inequality basically? What do you want to know? Can you please elaborate your question, beta?
Throughout means what in this?
Basically, you want to know the differentiation, that how we
Ma'am,
can differ
no,
inequality.
ma'am. In present, it was given throughout inequality. So, what is the meaning of that? Okay, no problem. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, Agresh. So
Oh, you mean
yes,
wait,
yes.
I think I understood what you were saying. You meant
In
like
presentation,
gender
he has
equality.
picked some word from there he's talking about.
Yeah, wait, are you talking about gender equality throughout history, like where I kept a timeline of dates?
Agresh, she's talking to you, beta.
Yeah, fine. Thank you.
Okay. So let's move on, Sachit. Yes, Sachit.
How is gender equality important and how does it help the people? How do they equal the salary of different people?
So basically, gender equality is a huge thing now because, like, so as I showed in my presentation earlier, when like gender pay gap exists, like the men and women, they're all doing the same work. So like it's kind of unfair when the men get more money than the women. I mean, it could also be the opposite, but we need to face the reality and like it should be like it should be fair, the money and the gap.
Thank you.
All right. Who's next? Yes, Tanvi.
So yeah, the presentation was really good though. And my question was that like the what are the reasons behind gender inequality being a very common problem in our society?
Well, it all started from like the earlier generations because I guess like the way people were portrayed earlier on, like for example, like India, it's like a huge like problem where like in households men aren't allowed to cook but women are. Like it's just seen like that from early on. And like women are just seen as like a weakness. So I guess it just created like a space like how we are today. So we're just trying to close that out.
Very nice. Good question and good answer. Very nice.